The University of Massachusetts, the fourth oldest program in the FBS, playing the great sport of football in Amherst, Massachusetts since 1879, with an all-time record of 570 wins, 587 losses, and 50 ties, a 1-win, 1-loss bowl record, 1 claimed FCS national title in 1998, and 22 FCS conference titles. As of 2021, the Minutemen have tasted success but have been a fairly average program. Notable alumni include Milt Marin, who was a consensus All-American and a 2-time Pro Bowler who balled out with the Browns in the 1960s on his way to many playoff appearances in his 9 years, while averaging 15 yards a catch for his career. Greg Landry, who was named to 1 Pro Bowl team and stayed in the NFL as quarterback and coach for almost 33 years, but most recently, Victor Cruz, who had 3 great years before injuries slowed him down severely. In 2011, the Minutemen made a 2-year transition into the FBS from the FCS, joined the Mid-American Conference in 2012, and then became bowl eligible in 2013, which is right where we will pick up our rebuild. So sit back and enjoy as we build to critical mass. Welcome and thank you for taking the time to sit down and watch a little football. What I'm going to be doing here is creating a new coach from the ground up. Whoops, I picked the wrong fucking option. So we're already starting off great. So what we're going to be doing here is taking the University of Massachusetts Minutemen and rebuilding them. I'm going to be making a coach who starts from level 1 and works his way up, right? We're gonna call him David X. And for those of you who know who David X is, hell yeah. Rest in peace, by the way, Big David. Wherever he is, he's telling the truth. Oh man, that kind of looks like him. So yep, we're gonna go with that. All right, anyway, so just for shits and giggles, like, he's gonna be from Hawaii. So we're going to be using a rather interesting style of playbook here. I've sort of tinkered with a style over the years, and those of you familiar with our channel and some of the other things we've done football related will know exactly what this playbook is all about. The idea here is more or less to have a sort of Cliff Kingsbury style like air raid offense, but with a much heavier emphasis on running. Specifically with very, very fast halfbacks that can catch the ball out of the backfield. That sort of adds an entirely new element to the offense and makes it almost impossible to stop with if the right amounts of speed are in place. But as you'll see, we're not going to have enough to do anything in the beginning. So also moving on to the defense here. We have, this is a playbook I like to call "You're not fast," but it's more just kind of like a Rich Rodriguez kind of like 3-3-5 defense, where we have 2 corners, 2 safeties, and like a 5th safety that functions as like a hybrid linebacker, a corner, or a safety, depending on the formation that they're in. Point is it allows us to kind of need just a little bit, like 2 more safeties and stuff. It basically makes us trade personnel from the defensive line to the defensive backfield. So we're sort of trading out extra defensive linemen for extra speed, and that's what we're going to do. So this team is going to be based on speed, 100% all the way around. And we're going to use a lot of players. And pretty much any person that I try to recruit, I'm going to try to make sure that they are as big as possible in the height department. I will make exceptions for the fast, the speed. If they got the speed, homie G, they're going to be a fucking member of this team, that's for sure. So anyway, with that said, let us embark upon this journey. I'm going to set up a couple of things here beforehand, and we're going to basically try to build them from the ground up. So what I'm gonna do is, I could go fastest, but I'm gonna go fast. I'm gonna generate auto names, right? And what I'm gonna do that's probably different than a lot of other YouTubers out there, or whomever out there who does this stuff. I'm not gonna play this on Heisman. Personally, I believe that Heisman is just ridiculously stacked against you most of, if not all of the time, by basically reading what you pick, knowing what your play is all the time, and always guessing the correct thing. So to keep the CPU on an even keel and to keep the CPU from cheating, I prefer to have it on offensive and defensive All-American. And like, obviously we're gonna leave injuries on. We're gonna go hardcore. We're gonna try to make this as real as possible. Fatigue is a thing. We're gonna go 8-minute quarters. Yeah, I might change it. I might change it later, but we'll stay with 8. We're gonna keep the game speed on normal and have this right here set to 30, just to make it seem a little bit more realistic. Because I don't want linemen being able to catch up with certain people. I want the speed, like, disparity to be very pronounced, just like it is in real life. Here, for those of you who are interested, are my penalty setups. It's a 10 for those of you who can't see because of my head. So, and here are the sliders. So here are the user sliders. I'll move over for all of this since you kind of strike that Lionel Richie pose real quick for y'all while I show you the sliders. So again, and these are what I would have tuned out of some of the Operation Sports forum, like, sliders and stuff. Over time, this is what I believe to be fair and balanced. Like, so bad teams will be able to come in and kick my ass if they outplay me, or if they have, like, good coaching or whatever, if their scheme beats mine. But it's not so heavily weighted in their fucking favor that I have no chance no matter what. So I can take a bad team and come in and beat, like, a low 80s team with, like, a 60s team if I play it well enough and don't turn the ball over too much. But as you can see, one more time just for posterity, we'll go through here all the game rules. Here's user sliders, CPU sliders. And again, this is for a more fair and balanced thing. Just watch. You'll think I'm way far ahead and that, oh, this game's over with, and nope, the CPU is gonna come storming back and just dump 35 points on me like it ain't shit. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an interesting ride, especially with good old UMass. But we'll take it as far as we can, and I'll try to slow down on the Boston accent. So one thing we're gonna do here, we're gonna do a conference promotion and relegation system, and part of that starts with getting rid of most of these independents here. So we're gonna move Army to the American, BYU to the Mountain West. We're gonna move Navy to the American. We're gonna move New Mexico State to the Sun Belt. And we're gonna take Notre Dame to the AAC, and then Old Dominion to CUSA, right? Yeah. And Idaho gets to be the only team that's independent. So, with that said, allow us to embark on the journey to create critical mass. So let's go. Let's pick. Yep. Literally starts with U. So as you can see, 61 overall, 61 offense, 65 defense, right? So David X is now the head coach of the University of Massachusetts. Let's see if we can eke out 5 wins this year. See, what's really good, though, is we're going to do this right here. And I'm of the opinion that the longer you can keep your players on the field, the better you'll be able to do. So before we go anywhere, I have to explain a couple of things that I've done with the roster here, right? I have what's known as the spicy roster gone on. So, like, I've sort of just messed around with a couple of the settings, and I've made some of the players a little bit better than what they normally would be. I've put some special players on some really bad teams and such, just to have fun with it, just to make it, you know, more surprising and more flavorful. So with that said, I actually have not touched the Minutemen at all. These are directly from the original thing, but more about, you know, what else is going on here. I've taken players like this, so there's a bunch of 99s. Like, see this? I mean, like Washington State's kicker, Utah's like left outside linebacker. You know what I mean? Like, Tennessee. He's got this D tackle that's 6'8", 360, and he's a crazy motherfucker. So again, you see what I mean? Like these players, and if you look at their, like this guy has 98 speed. There's quite a few people who have 99. And usually EA is very, I think this is Kermit, yeah, I forget what his last name is, but he's really, really fast. And back then they would only give 99 to one person. But anyway, like I said, there's a bunch of 99s. Pretty crazy, they're kind of all over the place, including, but anyway. Moving on, let's get this schedule set up. So first of all, I like that we're playing ranked people right out of the gate. That's pretty tight. So, I mean, do we even have rivals? I'm not even sure. Let's go to Hawaii, just for shits and giggles. You know what? Let's play Boise. I think that should be another fun thing. We're going for, so we're gonna take the team from Massachusetts to Boise, Idaho. We play three teams in the top fucking 25 in the first 4 weeks, and our schedule's still only a C. They are really disrespecting the MAC. Then again, I mean, we're like a 60 over here, so what's funny is we'll probably have a better chance in these games because the AI will probably take it a lot easier on us than they will in a conference game. So anyway, that's our schedule. We're going to go week 1. We're going to fly out to Boise, Idaho to take on the number 18 Boise State Broncos. Then we got a bye week. Then we're going to go again to, I believe, Manhattan, Kansas to take on the Kansas State Wildcats. Then we're going to be at home back in Massachusetts, and we're going to host the number 25 Vanderbilt Commodores. Then we're going to go all the way to Hawaii and face the Rainbow Warriors in their stadium. And then we're going to come back to Bowling Green and face them there. We're going to then come back home finally, back to Massachusetts to host Miami of Ohio University. We're going to go to Buffalo. Week 8, week 9, we got Western Michigan at home. Week 10, we got number 24 Northern Illinois at home, and the quarterback for Northern Illinois is a person that I did tweak before the season, but to make this roster more spicy, so that's probably going to be a game we lose. Then we got a bye week, week 11. Week 12, we got the Zips from Akron at home. Week 13, we go to Central Michigan. I believe they're the Chippewas. And then the Ohio Bobcats, we will go to there. And then we got Conference Championship week, if we make it. So that should be an interesting schedule. We will keep that. Moving on, let's get into the recruiting here. So what's really going to happen is I'm going to more or less just do anything I can to get the best recruits possible. I am not going to pay any attention to any kind of like low lock cheese. Like I'm just not going to save scum. That's pretty much it. I'm not, if I get like later on after David X here gets to the point where he decides he wants to just, you know, get to that high level of thing or whatever, get to that high level of coaching and become a guy that gets insta commits, I'm still not going to save scum and do the low lock cheese. I'm going to just do what I can, but I'm going to beg, borrow, and steal my way to make sure I get every and all recruits I can. So that being said, the one and only restriction I have is I'm going to graduate pretty much every single one of these guys that I can, like that's in the first 2 years of this. Like I'm going to try to get anybody who's a junior or higher, I'm going to try to get them to graduate. Beyond that, I could give a shit less. I'm going to cut anybody and everybody. So like I said in the beginning, speed. And really, let's just see, adjusting for the S's and the G's, right? Yeah, no, of course, not a single person. But so when it comes to UMass, right? But the only thing we got going for us here is this here academic prestige, right? So with that said, since we're starting off in the MAC, we're really not going to have a whole lot to deal with, right? And DX over here is a C- at least to start off with. I think their coach was probably worse, so I at least have that. Moving on, so we're basically just going to have to fucking rely on the fact that we exist near recruits and the fact that they can play early and the fact that we can do some stuff, right? So let's look at our team needs. And I'm a person that likes to keep notes, so I'm going to write down our team needs. So it looks like we don't need anything on offense, first of all. We have 14 seniors, right? So, and we are looking low on the overalls and the ratings. So we are losing everybody on defense, except we're losing one halfback, a tight end, and a tackle on offense. One thing that I really don't like about this game too, at least in the beginning, is that they really like hammer you with all this stuff, and they force you to do certain playbooks. And so we run a 3-3-5, right? 3-3-5 stack, I suppose. So now that we got that all figured out, so now what are our team needs? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So since we're running our 3-3-5 here, it looks like our best players are sophomores, though, so that's pretty reassuring. Having Andrews at 73 as a sophomore, Johnson at wide receiver as a 72 sophomore, Steve Rogers.
That's fucking Steve Rogers.
Douglas, those dudes will get better for sure. So that'll be nice at least to have, and most of them are decently core positions. You'd like them to be at quarterback, but we'll figure it out. So anyway, it looks like defensive line is where we're losing a lot of people this year, and also corner. And also I have some very standard things that I'll explain over time as we go along here with like how I like to recruit. One of those things is for this particular defense and for this particular offense, I like to get 2 wide receivers every year and 2 corners every year. Although since we have 8 wide receivers on the roster, I will probably skip out on the wide receivers this year, just to rebuild this defense, because it looks like, I mean, as a D-, good lord. Good lord. That is not very good. So anyway, one other thing I really enjoy doing just for particular reasons is I like large players, like massive people, massive humans, because you can't teach size, is just always recruiting tackles and never recruiting any guards or centers, just always converting a tackle into a guard or a center. Like taking a really high overall tackle and then having him take the overall hit and making him a guard, or taking a really like a lower end tackle and then making him a center so he gets the overall boost. And you can sort of like rig like how good your line will be in a consistent manner, and you get to have large human beings at every position, which is phenomenal, and it makes your team a force to be reckoned with. Alright, cool. So final recap is what we're going to go after is 1 punter, 2 corners, 2 D tackles, 2 strong safeties, 1 free safety, 2 offensive tackles, and then 2 linebackers, and then 2 whatevers. 2 whomevers or whatevers that maybe we can steal, which will land us at 14. Well then, we got some people looking right at us, huh? Shit. That's all the people who are in the top 3 that I give a shit about. That's gonna be it. Those are gonna be my guys. So we're gonna see just how far we can get with some of these people. So those are the dudes. This is, I would say, Mike Bass. This is the guy I want to get the most, just because he's like 6'4", or Bass. Maybe it's Mike Bass. He's 6'4", 199. Bringing the Bass, Avery Austin and stuff. So I mean, some JUCO guys on this list. You know. So there it is. We will move on to the next stage. All right, now we're gonna start the process of redshirting people. Here is where we're going to get to know the team. This looks like our starting quarterback will be Joe Howard. He's got 72 overall, 73 speed, 72 agility, 77 acceleration, fairly good break tackle. He's kind of elusive, decent carry. Let's see what them arm stats are. He can kind of throw it. He's decently accurate, and he's only a sophomore, so got pretty good stamina and injury ratings too. So he'll probably be pretty good for us for a while. Let's look at the arm stats here for the whole room. All right, so it looks like he'll leave us soon enough. Brent Smith, and so, I mean, we got a pretty young quarterback room. And really, I like that this guy has 83 throw power. Trey Novak, right? Alright, Trey Novak's going to get the shirt. I'm going to let this Charles Johnson guy use up his eligibility. And then we're going to come here to halfback. So it looks like James Sullivan's going to get the nod for us. The junior, he's got 86 speed. Looks like kind of a mid-tier speed room here. Looks like they all have fairly okay break tackle stats. Looks like we got some guys that do, this guy's elusive, this guy's kind of good at both, he's elusive, he's kind of good at both. Got some decent moves. This guy can juke. Eric Smith be having that juke boy. And they all have 75 carrying. That's awesome. But hey man, it's consistency. So they all can catch it fairly decently. So for as far as the scheme is concerned, we'll be all right. Yeah, they're all injury prone though, it looks like. So that's gonna be a pain. So I'm gonna redshirt Eric Smith, and the rest of them obviously are gonna do what they do. Okay, we got some speed. Alright, I am definitely gonna redshirt them just on principle, because I'm not losing to anybody from like everybody's coming back unless these guys declare, which I highly doubt they're gonna. So I might redshirt him too, just to squeeze another year of eligibility out of him. Yeah, he's very frail, it looks like. So alright, yeah, just in the interest of pumping his stats up, I'm gonna also redshirt him. He's ooh-wee, Marcus Rogers over here. Alright, buddy. Believe it or not, I'm gonna let all these guys play. Except I like this guy's size, so I'm gonna redshirt him. And I'll also redshirt him. Anthony Anderson, yep. Hope he tells jokes in the locker room. So, Victor Clark, since he's going to be the only defensive end, right, returning? No. I'm going to redshirt you too. Mike Bobo. What a name. Gotta love the auto-generated names in this game. They are fairly funny. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I only have 6 corners on the roster, so that's lovely. You know what? Definitely gonna redshirt you. I'm gonna redshirt him. I'm redshirting a junior, that's right. I do what I want over here. David X does what he wants with his team. So alright, that covers it. That's all the red shirts. And now we are going to move to the creation of the starting lineup. So the starting quarterback will be Joe Howard, right? Backup Charles Johnson, because yeah, Trey Novak took the shirt, right? Yep, Brent Smith, third string. So you got James Sullivan, your starting tailback. Scott Boyd is your backup. Greg Frederick is your third, and Steve Barr is your 4. So you got Travis Herron, your starting fullback. Philip Johnson, your starting wide receiver. Then you got Ronnie King. Then you got Marvin Green. And then you got Johnny Carter, which actually we're going to switch that since Johnny's a little faster. We value that speed. And we're going to move Dante Saunders into that role. And we're actually going to, that's cool. We'll keep that. And we'll keep Tim Burton, rather. Which I think Trey Burton's a real person. Oh, so is Tim Burton. Holy shit. We got Tim Burton playing fucking tight end for us. That's lovely. God, these auto-generated names. It's amazing. So our offensive line is just bad. But we're going to get better. That's for sure, one way or the other. Got a fairly decent defense. Just have no line. But like behind the line, man, I mean, we got decent people. I mean, what a team. I got a senior who can play middle linebacker, corner who can play linebacker. What an athlete. T. Parks, baby. Heart and soul of the team. All 5'10", 190 pounds of him. So this rating is often misleading, right? To me, anyway, by my rating, whomever it is, like what, the pass block, really? But anyway, like whoever has the better kick power is the better kicker offer of the ball for the kick on start. But yeah, anyway, so 79, 78 over here is better than 77, so we'll take it. And our best lineman is Nathan Williams. Alrighty, so you got Joe Howard, you got James Sullivan, you got Travis Herron, you got Phillip Johnson, Ronnie King, Johnny Carter, and Marvin Green are starters because this is a 4 wide receiver offense. You have Tim Burton and his nightmare before touchdowns. He's going to be your starting tight end. We have left tackle Brian Cochran. We have left guard James Bennett, center Jason Richards, right guard Michael Montgomery, right tackle Nathan Williams, left end Jose Mitchell, right end Jimmy Smith. Your D tackles will be Maurice Shaw and Brad Fenner. Steve Rogers will be your left outside linebacker. Shane Jordan is your middle linebacker. Edward Norton, which is also a fun name. We got some famous people on this team, boy. Will be your right outside linebacker. Michael Andrews, Jeff Perry, and Kevin Wilson will be your starting 3 corners. Antoine Carroll and Rodney Wade will be your safeties. Kenny Hardy and Terrell Parks will also be your strong safeties. Kicking, we will have Aaron Douglas. Punting, we will have Corey Walters. Returning kicks will be Terrell Parks, I should say. And then kicking on the start will be Corey Walters. Long snapping it, finally anchoring it down will be Nathan Williams. All right, ladies, gents, boys, girls, whatevers, evers. We've got it all set up and we're all ready to go, right? Just real quick, let me just make sure one last time. Here we go, baby, UMass. Let's see how long it actually takes for me to rebuild this dynasty. Before we start the season, there's a couple things I'll do here. I'm gonna have a couple of restrictions on this dynasty, yeah. So one of them is gonna be, I'm only going to be able to control players that are 90 overall or better on defense, because obviously I have to control the quarterback and the runner. So unless the player is 90 overall, I will not be able to actually play as them during the thing. And I have to completely just not do anything during the defensive snaps. So with that said, those are the only player restrictions. Beyond that, I can do whatever I want. I'm going to recruit anybody I want, beg, borrow, steal, to do whatever. The conference regulation system, I'm not sure if I explained that yet. So there's a conference promotion relegation system. If any team wins 3 championships in a row or 4 years out of 5, they will move up a conference. If any team finishes 3 years in a row in last place, so 3 consecutive years in a row being in last place, or 4 years out of 5 and being in last place, they will move back a conference. And I have this set up to where the Sun Belt will move up to CUSA, CUSA will move up to the SEC, the Mountain West will move up to the Pac-12, the MAC will move up to the Big Ten, and the AAC will move up to the ACC. And conversely, the SEC goes down to the SEC, to Conference USA, down to the Sun Belt. Then Pac-12 goes down to the Mountain West. Big Ten goes down to the MAC. ACC goes down, and so on and so forth. So, and it doesn't matter if, so let's say nobody in the Big Ten loses a conference game, like, you know, or finishes in last place in the conference that year. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, whoever's in last place is getting taken down. So whoever wins gets promoted, whoever loses gets taken down. It could be unfair or fair either way, depending upon how these teams perform. So with that said, just before we start the season here, I'll go through one last time and display the sliders. So again, we have our All-American, because again, Heisman's too crazy. 8-minute quarters, play clock on, game speed normal, player minimum threshold of 30, injuries, fatigue, that whole, all the 9 yards. Here are the penalties. Again, I'll move my head. Hit you with that reverse Lionel Richie this time. And so here comes all of that. And then here are user sliders. And here are CPU sliders. So, with that said, it brings me great pleasure to say from here on out we are doing nothing but gaining mass. First thing we're going to do here, after we get our recruiting board all filled up and such, and after all the recruits progress, we're going to see who was on a board and who wasn't on a board. And really we're just going to kind of spread it around, right, and see, wait like a week or so, wait like week 1 or week 2 to see what teams aren't pursuing certain recruits, because that's gonna tell us like where we should really be spending our time. So obviously we'll have to keep some people, we'll have to go against some teams just to see if we can do it, because we'll need the particular recruits. But you know, the idea here is to go after who actually wants to play for us and who we're supposed to be getting. And really, if you don't know anything about the AI and the recruiting in this game, there are some recruits that the computer just will not go after. So there we go. We are looking at UMass traveling all the way to Boise. So anyway, well, it looks like, I'm not sure. Maybe they're coming to us. Yeah, look, so we're not going to Boise. Just kidding. I mean, I swear it said at before. Anyway, so yeah, they're coming all the way to the University of Massachusetts. We'll look at more at that later. So before we get into recruiting, and before we look at the game coming up here, right? We'll go to the good old the ESPN. And we'll see. Oh, no, not that. So it looks like we got Alabama number 1, Ohio State number 2, number 3 Stanford, number 4 Texas A&M, number 5 Georgia, number 6 Oregon, number 7 Notre Dame, number 8 South Carolina, number 9 Clemson. Rounding out the top 10, we have Florida, then Louisville, LSU, Oklahoma, Florida State, Texas, Oklahoma State, TCU, Boise State, Michigan, and rounding out the top 20 is UCLA. And the last 5 positions are Kansas State, Nebraska, Oregon State, Northern Illinois, and Vanderbilt. That is your top 25 in the preseason poll. The coaches poll looks to be damn near the same. Alrighty then, that takes care of that. So let's take a look at the conference outlook, shall we? We are picked to finish dead last in the MAC East. Which, I mean, I don't know, man. I think they're kind of hating on us a little bit here. I think we're a little bit better than Akron. I mean, look, we have the same offense and defense, but somehow Akron has 2 overall points better than us? What the fuck, man? Anyway, hating. So they are predicting Northern Illinois to win the conference, and again, we are picked to finish dead last. All right, well, so let's see. It looks like Notre Dame is the favorite to win the ACC. Louisville's favored to win the American. You got Oklahoma favored to win the Big 10, or Big 12, I should say. And then you got Ohio State favored to win the Big 10. CUSA, the pollsters are saying it's going to be La Tech, LSU, or Louisiana Tech University, right? So the independents, boy, I guess Idaho's going to hold it down. So again, the MAC winner is projected to be Northern Illinois. Good old NIU. Mountain West is predicted to be taken home by our Week 1 opponent, who is Boise State University. And then the Pac-12 is predicted to be won by Stanford. And the SEC looks like they're giving it to Bama. Finally, the Sun Belt, they are giving it to Ark State, boys. Arkansas State, they are saying is going to take it home in the Sun Belt. So who's up for the Heisman this year, you kind of wonder. So Steven Atkinson, and this is, like I said, I took these rosters and made them a little spicy, so these are the original rosters. So this is Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football. This is, I do believe, AJ McCarron. That's Braxton Miller, Teddy Bridgewater, and that I do believe is Marcus Mariota. You know, Steven Atkinson for TAMU, Brian Pettit for Bama, Matt Chapman for Ohio State, Robert Lewis for Louisville, and then Tim Johnson for the University of Oregon, the Dukes. So let's look at the preseason All-Americans. So you got Steven Atkinson, course. So let's look for any surprises. I mean, okay, cool. You got pretty much your usual suspects as far as the schools he's coming across. Lots of Virginia Tech players on here. Oh, damn. Well, Isaiah Brown from UTEP. They must really love him. I wonder what he did. What's good about him? He's from the University of Texas at El Paso. All right. Somebody likes him. So anyway, not anybody in the MAC, not anybody in our conference, it looks like, has an All-American. We'll see. We'll see if we can't get anybody from the MAC. Nope, pretty much all your big schools. So let's see if we have any preseason people. So all MAC first team. Nope. Nope. What about second team? We got anybody on the second team? He's going to light it up. He's going to have first team this year, I guarantee it. I don't know. I mean, I made both of them really good quarterbacks, so it should be interesting. This is going to be a hard division. We're probably not winning our division this year just because both of those dudes are around. I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt that we don't have any preseason All-Americans or any preseason all-conference performers. Damn, they really don't like UMass, do they? Oh well, apparently.
That's fucking Steve Rogers.
That's something to prove in 2013 here. So let's get on into this recruiting here. Let's see where we stand with our recruiting. Not bad. Oh, yeah. So since I don't have yikes, man, we'll see. So since I don't have any kind of way to low lock cheese them or like really try to make the recruit pitch count and get an instant commit out of them, which you'll see me do later on, not this year, but when I actually do. But since I can't do anything like that, I'm just gonna flat out shotgun method this whole thing and offer as many scholarships to all of these people as I possibly can. So even if I get all 28 of these people, I will deal with it. I highly doubt that that's going to go down, but you never know. So right down the list, everybody's getting a scully. All squalor shit. They're gonna learn today, or maybe they will learn. I mean, maybe if they accept this scholarship, they're gonna learn. But not if. And see, again, we really cannot afford to be picky about the caliber of player that we get just yet until we start building some success on the field. And that's coming soon. You'll see, even though we're playing, a good team this week, it'll definitely be a little hard for them to stop what's going to happen schematically. That is, if the people that are at the controls can execute it correctly. So again, shotgun method all the way. Because remember, I mean, unless you're a really, really, really skilled fisherman and you know exactly how to fish and what you're fishing for, unless you're like Jeremy Wade, which big shout out to Jeremy Wade. That dude can catch any fucking thing that is in the water. I don't give a damn. If you are in the water, you or me, we're swimming in the water, he could catch you with a fishing pole, drag your ass up and be like, look at this. I caught me a motherfucking human being, I did. But no, he could catch anything. But like, unless you're Jeremy Wade, you better fish with dynamite, man. Just chuck a fucking piece of dynamite into the water and get you some fish sticks or fish bites. But anyway, yeah, so 100 pretty much to everybody on the board. And the reason why we do this is because we don't want to necessarily lose. We want to lose as little ground as possible while still maintaining some sort of presence on these people's boards. Because after this first week happens, we will be able to see who is actually in or who is not in on some of these recruits. And since we're going to be down toward the bottom, and with most of these guys, I mean, we got a lot of 3-stars on this list, surprisingly, but since we're going to be to the mid to the bottom tier here, there'll be a lot of these guys that just sort of slip through the cracks, and because the bigger teams are looking at the bigger prospects. At least sometimes. Sometimes there are some 3-stars where the bigger teams are just like, yo, we want this guy, get the fuck out of here, he's ours. Now, if that happens, we're just going to back off. That's like, if she's got a boyfriend, she tells you she's got a boyfriend, just leave her alone. More trouble than it's worth. But anyway, this will do the full 100-point sweep here. What do we got left? 800. So I want Mike Bass or Mike Bass, whatever. We're just gonna kind of roll with it. If I put the wrong points into the wrong dude, it's gonna suck. But at least I'll be able to adjust next week. And this is really just all about adjusting more than anything else. I'm not gonna worry about scouting these guys all the way either. Like I said, I could give a shit less. So with that out of the way, the Kirk is rolling with Boise State. Can you blame him? So we're probably going to get our asses smacked even though we're at home here. So UMass, it looks like they were only around there. Their all-time record is 1-11. Obviously they're in the MAC. UConn and Boston College are our rivals. So Boise State, they were pretty good back in the day. So it looks like Boise State after us gets to play FCS East. Yeah, they play FCS East twice. Oh boy, such a tough schedule they play. So with the game preview behind us, let's oh boy. So yeah, as you can see, like to start off here, They way outclass us. So this will probably be a bad game for us. See, I'm gonna try to make it so if I'm gonna get fucked, they better at least look good. All right, big pimpin'. So again, as you can see, you all saw the sliders before I started. Fly AF, like I said, the air raid style, run-oriented, like short pass, run, short pass-oriented air raid style offense, and then 3-3-5 defense. So let's embark upon the inaugural journey, shall we? Yep, they far outclass us. Their best player, oh no, that's our best player. Their wide receiver, number 90 overall, 90 overall QB, 89 overall. So again, they are gonna smack us. So here we go. Bust that ass in a minute. UMass Stadium. It's a fairly nice stadium. Not expect this. Alright, here we go. Well, looks like we have already lost the toss, so that's fun. Oh wow, they're gonna take it. Those teams kick. So here we go, real quick. This is how I play my defenses. I don't really give a damn about big hits or strips and stuff like that. So not a lot of fumbles are going to be happening here. We are a tackle first kind of defense, and I might also change everything else. And we are also a big time catch it, and do not fumble it. So ball control is very key in this offense, and also suffocating our opponent defensively is the most important thing we can do. So, with that said, that boy Walters, boom, let's go. Minutemen versus Broncos, game number 1. All right, boys, here comes that man.
You might know who we are. We know who you are. Understand?
They're gonna beat the living hell out of us. 5 wide already. Beautiful. He's trying to make it loud in here. Come on, D. Well, this is probably the beginning of a long day as far as getting the ball thrown all over us, because this defense is trash. All right, can at least try some stuff out, like this crazy ass playbook. So again, just to show you, I'm not doing anything. All right. So they got the pass, right? So let's start doing some zone blitzes here. Part of the defensive philosophy here is that we give them a lot of confusing looks that they're really not necessarily always exactly sure of what we're doing. I sort of switched on there. That was on me. Instincts take over. But anyway, that's the idea, is to sort of Never really let them know what we're doing defensively. Don't get too predictable and keep them off balance. Oh, come on, get him, get him, get him. Nice. 3rd and 1, 3rd and 1. Come on, boys, let's hold this. Alright, so this is where I'm going to get crazy. So somebody's going to get a free release, no doubt, but they're going to have to pay to make this throw. Oh, come on, somebody get him. Oh, damn it, there he goes. Bobby Daly, 39 yards to the house. So he ran, so they blocked right through my blitz. There was like, wow, that was... I'm so glad we got that on camera. Hell yeah, boys, we're already starting it off really well. Hey, this stadium's going to be nice. It's going to be nice to have this stadium rocking in the next couple of years. My God, there was like 3 people that collided with each other. Oh, what's going on? Oh, shit. Looks like Clemson's losing already. Alright, well. That's one team off the undefeateds. Elsewhere, it looks like Northern Illinois got their behind spanked by Iowa. Not bad, not bad. And Louisville beat Ohio, so fair enough. Alright, let's see what we can do on offense, boys. Come on, let's tie this up. We got this. Probably should have kneeled on it. Good old David X, coaching his first game at UMass. Okay, so as I was saying before, this offense is really kind of predicated on like 4 wide receiver sets, right? We're gonna run off tackle, run like right off tackle with a pulling guard, pretty much a power O kind of thing. Oh man, right now they're just daring us to throw it though. See, it's cool. We're gonna take the 6. And this offense is really sort of, like I said, it's almost a short to medium range offense by design. And the true goal is to, you know, a death by 1,000 cuts sort of a thing. And one time, one of those cuts is going to hit an artery when it's a person like Chris Johnson or, you know, somebody like that who has like really good speed. Ooh, that was almost intercepted. Really good speed in space and makes a guy miss, and then that's a really, really fast human being that's gone really quick. So again, it's just kind of like, you know, keep poking, and then eventually there's going to be a lot of blood that comes out. For a very gory and graphic metaphor, anyway. But this is football, so it is gory. It's not meant to be nice. All right, special teams. So anyway, let's see if we can stop them on offense or on defense again. For the first time, rather. So I think we're gonna call Storm Red. I am gonna. All by himself. Nice catch, I suppose. Yep, that was a good catch. Sort of a wounded duck of a pass, no? Look a little wobbly. It's like, yeah, we're whooping this terrible team's ass. Let's go, boys. Alright. Feel a little disrespected out here. Maybe we're gonna have to show him what's up. Alright, well, once again, we are just almost completely outmatched here today. So it's probably going to be a lot of this kind of game. Like this sort of a, you know, just a feeling where we just keep getting beat down because these teams are just all the way better. Fighting that time. I might just amend the rules really quick and play whoever the defensive tackle is. Just the defensive tackle. Oh yeah, we got the whole band out here. Come on, boys, get there. Nice. Nice play. Come on, defense. 3rd and 5. Let's make this shit happen. They would go 4 wide, huh? You know what? No first down. Take your field goal and get the fuck out. It was a good catch, though. They got some really good wide receivers, and that quarterback can put it on the money. We got lucky to hold him to 3 here. Come on, boys. Get loud. Come on, Boston. Silly ass horse. God, you gotta love college football. Alright, Parks. That was a good return. Wait till we get some speed, man. If I had some speed, that would have been a whole different ball game right there. Alright, so inside zone, right? Nice run. We'll take it. And since all of these halfbacks are like injury prone, it's probably going to get really bad. Probably going to lose some of them at some point, especially doing this death by 1,000 cuts thing. But it's a style of offense that allows us to recruit like a lot of different people. So we can over-recruit and have a lot of wide receivers, have a lot of halfbacks, have a lot of fast guys that will just come in, and it'll always be sort of a next man up kind of thing. And then once it's flowing, I imagine maybe year 5 or so, maybe sooner if we're really lucky. Got lucky this time to start off with a bunch of 3-stars being interested in us. That's pretty rare. Hello. Nice run by James Sullivan up the left side. Such a good run, they had to take him out and put in Boyd. So really, oh, nice.
That was goddamn manly.
That was a good play. 43 is obviously a man. You had to come back and let it be known. Yeah, another very nice thing about this offense is that it really tires out a defense. Although we're gonna switch it up here, and get our tight end onto the field, start working that whole thing. Burton, he's apparently got the impact star. Well, that was a terrible pass. Okay, good to know. I forgot for a moment that I had a bad quarterback. This is probably not going to be too good either.
Give me that.
Nice, on the money. What a fucking dime, boys. Tim Burton. Let this go. This is a good catch. Nice pass, just right where it had to be. Clutch on third down, too. Come back and take a little bit more steam out of this pepped up defense. These boys have been eating their potatoes, apparently. So again, we know Howard does not really have the kind of accuracy to be, you know, just kind of chucking it down the field and expecting to have any kind of relative success. So we'll keep giving it to Tim Burton. He's the damn, their defensive line's good. All right. This looks to be a good play. This is also a feast or famine kind of thing. Nice. First down? Yeah, nice catch, Johnny Carter. 7 yards. Good throw, too. Joe Howard, man, putting it on the money. Right where it had to be in the short game. See, Joe Howard's got some shit going on in the short game. Get this death by 1,000 cuts, man. Don't count this UMass team out yet. Coming back. Yeah. Big old drive. Was pretty clutch. Fans are loving it. Give it back to them and see if we can actually stop them on defense this time. Doubt it. We'll find out. Yeah, that was user tackle. I had to make sure that did not get out of hand. So there's the tail of the tape. I mean, they pretty much dominated it. Whew, freaking go. There's the run. Oops, I gotta remember I'm not, this isn't an offline thing. Old habits die hard. I think they're running it again. Did it again, but they got the first down. Blake Corbett with the 8-yard catch. Look at the 6 for 6 over here. Blake Corbett's just torching people. Hasn't missed a pass. Come on, Blake. Throw one to the other team. It's still a catch, right? Oh, shit. It's a good play by them. Bobby Daly with a 15-yard catch on the screen pass to the left side of the field. He took the hit. It was a good play. And that will end a very exciting opening quarter in the tenure of David X. Putting 7 on the board, boys, against the Boise State friggin' Broncos. But they're coming back, man. They're about to make it 17-10. Nice. Good call. Jimmy Smith out here, big number 35. That's weird. You gotta love college. Our defensive end wears number 35. He's special. Storm red, baby. Here we go. Yeah, you better drop it. 7 of 8. Man, I'd be mad at that dude if I was Blake Corbett. There goes his perfect passing. So this time we're going to play this just a little differently. We'll cover 4, and I'm going to make Shaw be the spy. Of course. He only had that much time to throw it, right? I mean, he's going to make the catch. He's going to make the pass. He's Blake Corbett, for shit's sake. Apparently he's amazing. I think that might be Kellen Moore. I'm not sure. I don't remember what his number was, but I think he played there around this time, and he was really, really good. At least a really, really good college quarterback anyway. Never really fared so well in the NFL, apparently. At least as a player. I think he's a coach. Yeah, this is probably just going to be a shootout until eventually my defense can't do anything at all. Or until they figure out what I'm doing on offense anyway. Come on, defense, we got this. Nope. Silly horse. They always give those mascots like the dumbest faces. It's great. And I love it. Come on, get him. Yep, you kind of just have that feeling that they're I mean, you gotta think they're probably gonna score here. I'm gonna go MLB zone blitz, but I'm gonna guess run here. I swear to God, I'm not doing it. But he still scores. Well, 9 and 10, 11, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. He is destroying us. Blake Corbett is picking apart the Minutemen. Let's see. We got 6 minutes to score, right? Only down 10. This is manageable. And I think we get the ball back to start the second half, so. Yeah, they're playing good. I mean, Boise State, they're basically playing up to what we thought they would do.
But they are who we thought they were.
Here we go. I'm actually, since Parks is slow, I'm just, yeah, just sit on that. All right. Let's see what we can do. Nice. Big old hole. One other thing I forgot to mention as far as a play restriction is that I won't be doing hot routes. A quarterback won't be able to call hot routes unless he's a 90 overall. Or better. nice, man. They're just giving us all the running room. See, that's how this stuff works, right? And now we're going to come back with like an air raid stick kind of thing. And it looks like it'll be good because nobody's on good old Tim Burton over there. But we'll watch to see how it develops. No. Okay, that was not who I threw that to, but alright, hell yeah. Swear to God, I hit right bumper. That was not right bumper. But good catch, number one. Good catch. O-line is putting the work in today, huh? Nice throw, nice catch. Good stuff, boys, good stuff. Johnny Carter with the first down. Let's keep it moving, boys. Let's keep it on moving, but, you know, slowly, so as to keep the other side off the field. Start bleeding just a little bit more clock here now that we're inside the red zone. Take it. Any play that gets us more than four or more yards is a win in this offense. So I mean, it's more or less, to put it simply, it's kind of like applying West Coast principles to like a Cliff Kingsbury style, like schematic offense where it's like 4 wide receivers and like a good pass catching tight end, but also married with like the dink and dunk, like 4-yard gains and shit. That was a good play on the defense's part. They knew what was coming. So now we get fun. Now it's fun time. Good defense. I guess we will take our field goal and get the fuck out. If our kicker can make it. Looks like it's up and it's good. Right. Well, I mean, hey, we at least got points out of it, right? Long game. Still got time. Still got time. Alright, 81 takes it out here. Ryan Nixon with the 24-yard return. Setting them on to 25. So now, you guessed it, Storm Red. Again, pressure, pressure, pressure. Oh. Somebody got him. And Bobby Daly, man. He's a pretty good back. I mean, he's been playing good today. He broke one big one off on us, so gotta give him credit. As much as I don't want to, I would rather stop it, but still. Hey, if they earn it, they earn it. There we go. Ooh, but if they get hit in the backfield, they get hit in the backfield. Atta baby too. Get them. Smacked him. Well, not really smacked him. He more or less like pulled him down. I was like, wait, don't go anywhere. So I'm gonna guess cover 2 is a good thing. We shall see. Nice. 4th down. All right. All right, good stand defense. It's a drop, but, you know, hey, who am I to look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Get loud, Boston. I'm not even sure if this is in Boston. Ooh, hell yeah. It's a bad punt. Oof. Okay. All right. Good God. That was pretty brutal. Good play on their defense's part. That's for damn sure. Tim Burton running people over for the 1st down. 16 yards on the catch. Let's go, boys. The other Tim Burton wrote the nightmare before Christmas. Well, this Tim Burton is the nightmare after the catch. Apparently, running people over. Big boy football. Let's see if we can't keep it going. Oh, we got less than 2 minutes. We're going to have to start putting the hurry up on them. Oh, big hole. 11-yard run. Let's go. On the ball. Trail shake is another great call right here. Oh, he was open too. Come on, Joe. He's hot and shit. He's missing throws. It's all right. That's all right. Come on, boys. We got this. Look, they're opening up the middle right here for us. Nope, but, oh, man, they got penetration. Man, 43 is a man. 4 tackles for a loss right now. Michael McCoy, right? He's a fucking man. So we're going to split it up a little bit here. So see if we can't get them. Get him to give us a little space over here and we can create a little something. Oh no! Oh well. Maybe we got a 49. Let's see if our kicker can make a 49-yard field goal. I'm not sure if he can, but let's see. Oh, just short. Thankfully they didn't have a returner back. Alright, so we obviously know what they're doing, and in this case we're going to go to the real kind of the other kind of 3-3-5. I don't know why they're running it. They should be throwing it. But hey, who am I to tell them what to do, right? Away. There they go. There's a 20-yard catch. That puts them in field goal range. So we'll see. I don't think we're going to be able to stop them from scoring on this drive, but we'll see. We'll see, boys. I'm going to try to call a good game since I can't really like control anybody or make the tackle or go for picks. That's okay though. When we get good players, that's what'll happen. God damn, they're good blocking. Come on, boy, get that pick. Oh, he's not even paying attention. Come on, Andrews. Dude, watch. He just is not even paying attention. Are they gonna? Oh, they're not gonna show it again. Okay, fair enough. He's just not even paying attention. The other guy stops and turns around. Andrews is like running into the stadium looking for his girlfriend. Like, yo, girl, where you at? Oh shit, I'm supposed to be playing the game. that's okay. I mean, I guess at least we get the chance to chuck it down the field a couple of times. Maybe. Boys, keep it moving. Nice catch, King. Atta boy. Get in there. Come on, come on, come on. On the ball. Alright boys, we're back in field goal range. Let's see if we can't get a good one up here for the kicker. 34 yards. We know he can make one of these. Good kick, boys. Yeah. It's okay, we got a kicker. Hey, we're at least scoring points. I mean, I can only really be thankful for that with this offense. It's pretty inept. I mean, I don't have the blocking to do anything. I mean, it makes sense. Like, all my linemen are freshmen or sophomores. I think if you'd have told me we would have scored 13 points by halftime, I would have been impressed. For sure. And for those of you out there that think leaving this on like 8-minute like games, like 4-minute quarters and stuff like that, you know, like here's your sign, bud, because like, you know, this is a legitimate score. This felt like a real game. But this really did feel like a real game. As we look through the highlights here, it'll be fun for me to come back through after I edit, look at all this stuff. So again, I mean, they have pretty much beaten us in every category except for time of possession. Nobody's turned it over yet. It's kind of surprising. So again, they have us beat pass yards, rush yards, pretty much everything. Yep, halftime's over. So again, yeah, we get the ball, which is cool. I mean, we score before halftime and shit. It's always nice, but I bet you this is where they start to pull it away from us. Ooh, okay. Oh, come on, boy. Nice return. All right, man. These Minutemen are fired up. King dislocated shoulder, out for game. Well, that sucks. It is what it is. Next man up. It's nice to have that safety valve. Got over there quick, didn't he? Yeah, his hips were turned completely the opposite way. But I mean, hey, good play by that defender. Nice catch. Oh, wow. Marvin Green, what a catch to hold on to that. He got smacked. Good catch. And they're giving me a hell of an effort out here, aren't they? Let's run this ball a little bit. Give our defense a little bit more time to rest. Good run, James.
Hey, kill. Black five. Here we go. Green 9.
Hold on to it a little bit longer. And oof, nice. And their D-line has been just eating. Been in my backfield, jumping the fence and shit. Nice catch. Good catch, Dante. Keep humming right along. Joe Howard's having himself a game. Hasn't thrown a touchdown pass yet, but kind of getting near. James Sullivan's kind of having himself a day, even though he's only getting 3.9 yards a carry. It's pretty terrible, but hey, you got a TD. I know this is about to be a blitz, but again, no audibles until the quarterback is certain overall. So here we go. Oh, Jesus. Michael McCoy, dude, he is eating. He's probably going to get, like, player of the week. You watch. So, I mean, they've been giving us this wide shallow cross pretty much all game, so let's see if they'll give it to us again. Take a little bit more time off just to make sure my defense is nice and rested. And again, this is that 5D chess stuff. Making sure. Nice. All right, Sullivan, you know what? I am going to go for this. This is ultimate gamble stuff, right? So, again, I'm not going to fix it if it ain't broke. It's going to be that wide, shallow cross. I have all the faith. I'm going to wear a little bit of the timeout. Looks like they're blitzing. So we will probably have some open space right here. Oof, here we go. Get it, boy. Yeah. Nice, Sullivan. Woo. Nice. Clutch. What a catch. That was very, very clutch. We needed that. All right, here we go. Still up, still going. Still swinging. Let me keep these motherfuckers standing up and get them tired. Nice. We've had good success on the ground today, even with all these tackles for loss. Yardage wise, we've made some stuff happen. So I'm gonna do one of these here. I hope to God somebody breaks it inside if it's not there. Nice throw! Oh my God! Wow. We should have been intercepted, but wow. That'll be one for the highlight reel right there. 18 of 24. Joe Howard is on fire. fire. He's quest for fire right here, boy. Number 11. 2 1s. Get that vision, getting in there. So 2nd and goal from the 3. You guessed it, boys.
Hey, kill. Black, hey, kill. Black 5.
Trying to keep bleeding this clock. Get in there. Yeah, touchdown, boy. Woo. All right. Inching closer. That was the opening drive, no less, of the 3rd quarter. We got a 4th down conversion. I'll take my medicine here. Could have went for 2, but... All right, Notre Dame taking care of business. Week 1, okay. Looks like Andrews had 3 touchdowns through the air. Fletcher had 10 catches. That's a lot of catches. Doing work out there. And it looks like, you know, there's some various defensive stats for Georgia Tech, which means their offense probably didn't play too well. Listen to this. Listen to this Massachusetts crowd. They are loving it. Man, Boise State about to travel some thousands of some odd miles and get their ass kicked. I don't know, well, they're still winning. And I still have not really been able to stop them consistently. So let's get it. Storm Red, baby. You know what it is. Nice. Hey, hold them to a yard. That's a win for us. And what do they got now? Well, good throw, good catch. You knew it was coming. Let's try to do some crazy shit. Send a little pressure. A little bit of that pressure. Shit. Oh my God, Andrews, come on. He's been giving up some really, really clutch, really tiny. Look, he's not even within like 7 yards of him. God, how do you lose a guy that bad? Oh well, I mean, hey, we're UMass, right? We're the fighting terrible players of Massachusetts. No, we are the Minutemen, and we're gonna build a winning program here. This is only our inauspicious beginnings. Come on, Massachusetts, get loud. Nice. Nicely done, boys. Let's see if we can't stop them again. Storm Red, Storm Red. Let's go. I like that UMass is a really small school that somehow has a big stadium. It's pretty cool. Oh my God, is he going for the touchdown? Can they get him? Thank God somebody got him. Shane Bush out here. He's having a day, huh? Look at that. 4 catches, 55 yards, 13.8 a catch. And friggin' Boise State over here, their quarterback has only missed 2 passes all day long. And I've tried my best to like play time of position and play keep away, or time of possession I should say, and play keep away tried to do everything. I mean, I've dominated this game in time of possession. I very much believe at the end of this we will win that battle, the time of possession battle. But they're probably still going to win this game. I did not. See? They're going to win. Because nobody knows how to tackle, and I even put conservative on. So there you go. Boise State, huh? Well, good run by them. I mean, they blocked it well. And their back made somebody miss. That's pretty much all you can ask for, right? Almost blocked that shit. I love how we have like a professional style like stadium and like our band just chills right in the middle. It's pretty cool. Taking this out. Nice move. Still got tackled though. Yeah, Blake Corbett, look at that. But what is that, 14 of 16? Yep, only 2 passes. That's insane completion percentage. But we're gonna try to take more of this time off the clock here. Play this long game. Hope, thankfully, not get tackled by that guy immediately. James Sullivan's been putting the work in too. He's stayed up, stayed healthy. See if we can't get him out on the slip screen here. Michael McCoy though. Michael McCoy might be Defensive Lineman of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. Because I mean, in the Mountain West, he's probably not going to face too many more offensive lines that are much better than this one. I mean, that might not be entirely true, but I don't think so. Oh, God, they're still there too. Oh, there we go. Third quarter's over. 3rd and 20 we have. And look at who it was. Mr. McCoy. He gets a sack to go with all that, which is another TFL and another tackle. Good Lord, man. He's been eating everybody alive in my backfield. They've been playing a good game. I mean, that D-line. Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna do a little something different. So let's see what we can get. Not much. It's okay though, man. Old Tim Burton had a day out here, 6 for 67. It's pretty good. Not 100 yards, but still closer than not. So I mean, we still got some time. Let's sit here and bleed this out a little bit more. So we're gonna wait till it says 4. Boy, give me that. Yeah. All right, fourth quarter. Here we go. How much worse can it get? Can we hold them to 31? Can we come back? I mean, let's see. Let's see what we got. Some more of that fire zone 3. As you can see, this defense really has a lot of cover 3 type of zone blitzes built right into its very fabric. Oh man, I totally thought the halfback had it. Now Blake Corbett's running the ball. Oh my God. Boys, come on now. We got this. Good tackle. And hey, I mean, at least UMass has some good colors. I particularly enjoy black and red. Got some nice unis, and black helmets are pretty tight. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go middle blitz. I'm gonna guess run middle and try to get Shaw not thrown around by the center like he's a rag doll. Nope. It's another touchdown. Oh, nope. Get him. Come on, 46. Oh, wow. A touchdown saving tackle. Whew. Yep, no touchdown for you, Shane Bush. It was a nice route. Nice pass. They picked up our blitz. Good play all around by Boise. They should have scored. If it weren't for 46. My man 46 out here. Here we go. We're selling out. There they go. I mean, at least we put it. At least it was respectable. 38-20. You know, like if we had better athletes, if we had a better line, this would have been a whole different game. Even if we couldn't stop them, because I mean, we had a couple of really timely stops there in the beginning of the game. But I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? It's Boise State. They at least have a good offense. And I mean, when old Blake is going to come out here and just torch your ass, chuck it all over the yard. See if we can't make this a respectable 27-38. Ooh, Park's got some daylight. Up to the 40 at least. Good return. Good return. All right. Do some old crazy shit. Inside zone. Another crazy zone run, right? James Sullivan, man, he put that work in today. Getting close to 100 yards. 2 touchdowns. The only 2 touchdowns today. I like it. FL go. Let's see, we got single high safety. We do. Let's see if my man Johnson can get a step. Doesn't matter. Burton's open underneath. Tim Burton. Gotta love it, man. If I know this is a blitz off of the left side, it's going to be the defense is right, the offense is left. This is going to get the impact player there is going to come on the blitz, but let's see if we can't outrun him to this side and then cut it back in. Yeah. Scott Boyd with the 8-yard carry on first down. What a run. He's kind of been bottled up. That was probably his longest run of the day. Good shit, Scott. See, sometimes you can run away from the blitz, and that was just a lucky call on my part, really. And here's another one where they're blitzing from one side, and hopefully we can get away from it in time. Yeah. Attaboy Johnson. Old Phil out here. This X shallow cross. The real spit's probably going to be Tim Burton in the middle.
Now you are very
That was
wrong.
a bad throw. Oh no. Come on. Come on. Oh, thank God. Just a bad throw. So, man, I don't even want to watch the tape of that one because somebody was way open down the field for a touchdown. That was a bad read by me, for sure. Because for some odd reason, I thought the defender in that particular zone was going to go down and cover a receiver that was in a different part, but instead he broke perfectly on the ball and made me look stupid from throwing that, and as he should have. See what we can do on defense. But we should be losing to a team like Boise State, honestly, and they should be, with a quarterback like they have, we should be losing 45 to whatever. We were lucky to score what we did. Really, from the scheme alone, is probably the only reason why we did that. So yeah, hey, good job, Bobby Daly. Nice run. Throw a little bit more of that crash 3. But zone blitzes are an interesting concept, and not a lot of people, even in the NFL or even college, really run them with great success. It's a hard thing to have. You have to have really good zone coverage, and especially if you're going to do it in like a 3-3-5, you really got to have two really good strong safeties, and then one really good free safety. They all the strong safeties have to be good at block shedding. And then the faster the better, obviously, and then the free safety has to be good at covering. Block shedding and man coverage for the strong, and then just both covering skills for the free. And you'll be fine. You won't be, it'll be really hard to run the ball on you. Like you'll see pretty soon here. Once we get to year 2 or probably 3, it'll really start to come into its own, because I'll have at least 2 years worth of my own recruits, and we'll see whoever transfers in potentially. Which I will definitely, you heard it here, down 38-20 with 2 minutes left in the 4th. I will be accepting transfers. I do not give a shit. All right. Under 2 minutes almost. We are getting there. They are chewing the clock. They know that the win is theirs. Nice defense, boys. Antoine Carroll out here making plays. You got to think they're running it again, right? Unless it's a screen, which I guess I'll be ready for. Oh, there's your game. Well, we put up a good effort, right? I mean, you had to expect them to put up, a lot of points with their quarterback being as good as he is, and them having like a wide receiver crew. They really did most of it on the ground, though. And they played a good game. I mean, they deserved to win this, really. We fought it out. We had a really good, we didn't get shut out. We scored 20 points. 2 touchdowns on the ground and 2 field goals. Couldn't really get it done in the air today, but that's okay. As we get along, we'll figure that out too. As I learn this quarterback, it'll be a lot easier. So I guess at least they had the mercy to run it out, huh? Let the clock run out and not score 45. When they totally just could have scored 45 points right there, or 41. So you know what? I gotta hats off to you, Boise State head coach, whomstead ever you are. So Boise State gets the W, boys. Corbett was obviously the player of the game. 288, 3 tuds, 3 TDs. So here he goes right here. Number 16, player of the game. 18 of 20, 282 and 3 touchdowns. It's a pretty good game, man. 18 of 20. You mathematicians out there, do the stats on that one. That's a really high completion percentage, man. He torched my offense and defense. He torched my defense so bad, he torched the offense too. That was how good he played today. So they deserve to come away with this win. And really, since they won by about 18 points, he pretty much was the difference with his 3 touchdown passes. So he played well. Boise State deserved to get this win today. So We'll watch these highlights here real quick, and then we'll look at the stats. All right. Well, I mean, hey, we got some points, bro. We got, we held them under 150 and under 300 somehow. They scored 5 times, but we held them under these benchmarks at least. 100% red zone efficiency, and we had two TDs. We didn't get nothing though. So let's look at the scoring summary, right? So we came roaring out of the gate, man, with 7 points. 6, we had 7-6, and they shut us out in the 4th, and we just could not keep up with them, right? So Boise, 10-point lead, then we come back to score 7, and they really never surrendered the lead after that. So, a good win by them. Look at the player stats here a little bit. I mean, Jay Howard, 20 of 27, 219 and an interception. I mean, that's 74% completion percentage. He was only sacked once. He's looking good for the future, man. He's only a redshirt sophomore. We at least have a bright future with him. I mean, Joe Sullivan, we still maybe have another year out of him. Or James Sullivan, I should say. We still have another year out of him. 2 touchdowns. I mean, 19 after the carry. As long as it was 14 yards. Boyd, and I mean, the rest of the boys just kind of just ate it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people caught a pass. It would have been 8 if Scott Boyd didn't drop that. So, Big Timmy Burton out here with the 7 for 76, 3 for 35 for Sanders, 3 for 28 for Carter, 3 for 38 for Green, 2 for 15 for Sullivan, and King and Johnson with 6 and 21 yards on 1 catch respectively. So, yeah, Jarvis Bennett gave up the only sack today for us. So my man Antoine Carroll had all the tackles today and led all tacklers with 6. He had 2 TFLs, no sacks. We didn't force anything. So let's look at their defensive stats. So yeah, let's check this shit out. Yeah, my man Michael McCoy had 11 solo tackles, 6 for a loss, 1 sack. Bro, they ate us up today. They got us really bad with the TFLs too. I mean, only Michael McCoy though, and he's only an 80, right? He's only an 80 overall. And he's out here just destroying people. I mean, hey, whatever that man ate today, that was a man out there. So anyway, let's look at their receiving stats. I'm sort of curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people also caught passes. But their big boys pretty much stole the show today. With Jason Jones. I mean, he got in there. No 100-yard receivers, though. No 100-yard rusher either. So, I mean, it is what it is, really. And we held him under 300 yards. He just fucking, look at that. 90% completion percentage, man. Good Lord. What an accurate passer of the football. Anyway, the tail of the tape, right? So, they beat us total offense. We had more first downs. We definitely had more attempts. They had slightly more pass. They had a better third down conversion percentage. We got that 4th down. We stopped them in the red zone that one time. We had the 1 turnover. And we beat them in time of possession. Just like I said, you can't really see it because of my couch, but it's 18 minutes to 14 minutes. So, alrighty, moving right along then. That puts it in the books, boys. So looking around, it looks like some of the other teams. LSU won. San Diego State barely. It looks like only by 13. All right, well, that is where we are going to end the very first episode of this series. It was a good week, I would say, good moral victory, even though we lost by 18, which is a pretty big loss. We still held it up on the offensive side. Offense got a bright future. Defense, ooh boy, good thing we're recruiting almost solely defense this year. So that about wraps it up today, boys. Remember, if you like, boys and girls, if you like what you just saw today, remember to subscribe, like, and hit me up in the comments down below. I would love to talk to you. Let me know what you think about the UMass Minutemen, even though we're starting off 0-1. Let me know what you think I can do. Whatever, let's go. Love to talk to you. But with that said, Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.